infrequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Let's go.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and then connect on a very nice play downfield. A combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Going for it all. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Lance. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now a play fake. Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Second down, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
46.
First down, Prescott. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
46.
Prescott now from the 50. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
47. And 47. Going to 53.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And complete to Drake London. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Koo knocks this one through the post. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Play action now, Prescott. Into the hands of London. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Allen, the man in motion left. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 3rd and long for Prescott. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. The Falcons send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
Okay, ready?
3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. Second down at 5. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 32 yards. And the Niners have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On play action, Prescott. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Robinson up the middle. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Prescott. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
The center receiver in motion to the right. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
47. 47.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
46.
On 2nd and inches, Prescott. Slant route to Miller. And they'll get this down to the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
47.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Mac Hollins, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Play action. Now it's Lance. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, 43 yards, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. From 19 yards away. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's Miller, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
46.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Prescott on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there, you throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 2020.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to get a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
27.
On third down, it's Prescott. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this one too low.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On the give, here's Robinson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And the defense will spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now Prescott. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Fourth down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. To throw, it's Lance. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Following the fumble recovery, Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. So possession goes over here on the punt. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. That's out wide here for Robinson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Third and short yardage, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And Prescott, his third interception. William Jackson with a pick.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Lance now on first down. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the play. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. And Lance again going to keep it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Niners continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Go, get out there. 47.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, 47.
Prescott. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Prescott to throw on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might...
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Looking to throw. Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020. 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year one.
On the right side, this is Miller. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card. Back now here in Santa Clara.
3 yards remain for second down.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, throw out right, taken in by Patterson.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
In motion comes the tight end left.
47. Hey, 47. Go to 54. Go to 54. Then we'll go to 53.
To throw again on second down. Prescott.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Miller, the man in motion. To throw is Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you've got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
64 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
On play action, Lance.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Niners add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted.
He's got a man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
70 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left.
47.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Leo Chanel. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. In motion left goes a tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man. It's London. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On play action, Prescott.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Under. Hey, kill. 46.
A second down throw for Prescott. And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point by Koo, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
And the offense is going to get this ball back, so no turnover at the final gun, and this game is over. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just